Hi yogis, welcome to today's video. My name is Brianna, and if you didn't notice, we're doing a little bit of camping yoga today. So hopefully the background noise will be too minimal thanks to this, but you might hear some other campers or some other noises, so apologies. But we're gonna start standing. I'm not sure how much light I have left, or if the lighting is even that great because it's already evening here. Just finished getting set up, but we're gonna go for it. So this will be kind of a short practice. I'll try not to make it too long, but we're gonna start over here at the top of our mat. I want you to inhale, arms come all the way up. Reach, 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 reach. You can do a mini back bend if it feels good. Hands touch, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And I want you to let your head drop all the way. Grab opposite elbows. And just kind of gently sway as we warm up the hamstrings and the rest of our body. You're taking deep breaths in and out through the nose. Go ahead. Come to a place of stillness. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms are reaching, reaching, reaching towards the sky, the ceiling. Hands touch, and as you exhale, bring your palms to your chest. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. You're going to step one foot back and then the other, plank pose. So from here, you can drop the knees, untuck the toes, lower down, keeping the elbows in. Or if you're ready, you can keep your toes tucked in plank, lower down, keeping the elbows in, and then push up to upward facing dog. Or if you started on the knees, you'll be down here at baby cobra. Either one is fine, wherever you're at in this moment. I want you to tuck your toes wherever you're at and push back, hips pushing back, downward facing dog. Heels are reaching towards the ground. You're pushing out of all 5 fingers, palms of your hand. Feel the stretch and the strength in your upper body and your shoulders, your upper back. I want you to look towards your hands. Step the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands come to prayer at your heart center. So we're gonna kind of get right into playing with balances today. You can stay here at the top of your mat. I'm gonna turn to face you just for this first part. So we're gonna do kind of a really fun balance flow. You're gonna start by rooting down in your left foot as you raise the right leg. The knee comes up, and then your hands are pressing into your chest. So if you can place your foot for tree pose from here without needing your hands, go for it. If you're like me and you need some more practice, go ahead. Gently grab your ankle. You can bring your foot above the knee or below the knee, just not on the knee. Never on the knee, okay? Let's see if today goes better than the last time. These leggings are slippery. Okay. Make sure that once your foot is placed, you're standing up nice and tall. We don't want to be a crooked tree today. Today, the crown of our head is reaching up towards the sky. And we're going to breathe here. Your thumbs are pressing into the chest. And you're continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. I want you to feel rooted into the ground, into that standing leg. And from here, so I'm gonna turn to the side, but if you're still at the top of your mat, stay there. So from here, you're gonna bring that leg back in front, just like we did when we started this. I'm gonna get off a rock here because there's a rock under my mat. And you're gonna tilt forward and kick that foot back. So you can stay here or you can reach forward with your arms, energy in all 10 fingers, and you're kicking back into that heel. So there's energy flowing from your fingers to that heel, trying to make a beautiful straight line parallel to the ground. Brandon! Breathing in and out through our nose. And then I want you to come up. The knee comes back up. And from here, we're going back to tree pose. So root down in that standing leg. Place your foot. Maybe. Place your hands back at your chest. Make sure you're breathing in and out through the nose. If you need to, adjust. This is a practice. No one expects you to be perfect. If you're watching, I'm obviously having a hard time today too, if you are as well. But hopefully you're rocking it. It helps if you smile. These rocks are definitely giving my feet a bit of a massage today too, or a workout. Go ahead and release. We did it. So now we're gonna take a vinyasa and then we'll do the other side. So inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands are on your shins, your thighs, the floor. And then you're gonna exhale, plant your hands, one foot back, then the other. You can drop your knees or just tuck your elbows in, push up, untuck your feet, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, hips push back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and out through your nose, you're resting here. And then you're gonna look towards your hands. You can walk your feet, hop, step, or fly to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at your heart center. So you stay at the top of your mat. I'm gonna turn to face you as we do the other side. So just like before, root down into your standing foot. This time it's my right leg. Left leg comes up. If you can, place it without touching it with your hand, but I'm struggling today, so I'm using the hand. There we go. You know what? I'm doing it below the knee today. This is where I'm at today. With these slick leggings and the rocks under my feet. This is where I am. But notice, I'm not placing it here, because yeah, I can do that too. It's got to be below or above. And make sure you're rotating out from your hip. And we're breathing. If you can smile a little bit, bring some joy into your practice. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona. My dog is taking a nap behind the camera. And then from here, I'm going to stay facing you, but you know the drill. We're moving to Warrior 3 now. So leg comes up, you tilt forward at the hips, chest becomes parallel with the ground, arms reach forward, heel kicks back. And if you wobble, it's okay. Just get back into it. Get back on that horse, that bike. It helps if you start completely over instead of doing what I just tried to do. Also helps if you find one spot to focus on. If I choose one of the rocks instead of all of the rocks, I think that'll help. Press back with that heel. Keep the energy in all of your fingertips. You got this. Root down in that standing leg. And when you're ready, come back up. Bring up that leg, and we'll move back to tree pose. I always tend to try to get my foot way up there, but it's actually kind of nice not having to like leave the flow to grab it. Just placing it below the knee. And go ahead and release. Ooh, good job. So shake it out. BreOutside yoga is not very serious most of the time. So from here, we have to get back to the floor. So we're gonna take deep inhale, exhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. I know what you're thinking, but we're not gonna do another chaturanga. We're actually gonna widen our feet. And then I want your toes facing towards the corners of the mat, the front corners. And you're gonna slowly sink down into a yogi squat. Elbows come in between the knees. Your hands are still at about chest level, but they don't have to be touching. Your thumb doesn't have to be driving into your chest. Mine aren't even touching, but it's about the same level as before where we normally hold our hands. I hope that made sense. But you should be feeling a slight opening in your hips as we sit here. And then go ahead and bring your hands down. You can bring them behind you if that helps, but you're gonna come down. So from here, gently roll down onto your back. I want you to bring the knees first into your chest and then raise your legs all the way up. Toes are facing the sky. If you've never done this pose outside, I highly recommend it. It's really beautiful looking at the sky. But maybe not during the afternoon when like the sun will be right over your head. Unless you've got like really good sunglasses. Go ahead and release. So from here, bring one leg in. You can bring your hands interlaced to your shin. The other leg, I want you to really flex the foot and drive it out so you have a straight leg. Try to get the back of your knee closer to your mat. But if it doesn't touch the mat, no worries. Don't want you to hyperextend anything. Mine's not touching the mat either, by the way. And then go ahead and switch. So again, drive the back of the knee towards your mat, and you might find it's easier on one leg than the other. My right leg's totally touching the mat, but my left side not so much, so it's pretty normal. And then bring it in. So give yourself a hug. You did a short but challenging balance practice. You worked some muscles in your leg. Before we head to Shavasana, if it feels good, depending on what's underneath you, if you want to massage your lower back a little bit by making circles with the knees, maybe turn the other way. It's a really nice way to end the practice. And then find a place of stillness and release your legs and your arms to the ground for Shavasana. Close your eyes and try to let your mind rest. Push away all thoughts of what you're doing after the practice, of that embarrassing thing that happened 5 years ago. Any self-doubt or negativity, you have put in the work. Now just let your mind and your body rest. Continue to breathe. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, I'll meet you in a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed our short practice. My name is Brianna, and you can find me at BreOutside.com.